Here joined by Villanova head coach Jay Wright and student athletes Jalen Brunson and Dante DiVincenzo. Gentlemen, congrats on advancing to the winner of the Virginia Tech-Wisconsin game Saturday. Same format, please. We're going to have Coach open with a statement, and then we'll take questions only for the student athletes until we dismiss them. Coach, your opening statement.
I just want to compliment Jamie and his team. They were just great. They really outplayed us. We just at the end had more size and you know some more talented players that just made plays. But they were better prepared. Jamie had them better prepared than I did, and they played better. We just had bigger, better athletes. But they were a great team. I thought they were the better team tonight, and they deserve a lot of credit. A lot of credit.
Thanks, Coach. We'll take questions for Jalen and Dante at this time. Please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Let's start over here on the right-hand side. Name and affiliation, please.
Tim Graham from the Buffalo News. Dante is at Dante DiVincenzo, your actual Twitter account?
Yes, it is, but I don't have Twitter anymore.
Oh, okay. Because you only have like 4,500 followers. I'm thinking that would probably go up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have it anymore. So.
Okay, that's not my real question. That was just for the record. So tonight's performance, I know that a couple of months ago, Coach Wright dared to compare you with your star player, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, really?" But you had a bit of a breakout performance tonight. How was it happening for you, especially first half when there were some turbulence?
I mean, my job off the bench is just to bring energy, focus on defending and rebounding. And the offense came tonight after just pushing it on offense after getting a rebound. So if I just focus on that, all the offense will come.
Yep, go ahead, Tim. And then we'll come over.
Can you maybe describe how rebounding is a part of your game? Because you come into the game averaging only 3.5, but then you have 8 by halftime, and how significant you think that was to getting the team kick-started.
I mean, we didn't come out this first half with energy off the start, and I mean, we have some great rebounders on our team. All of us can rebound the ball. So I mean, throughout the year, you see us. Some guys have 8, 9 rebounds a game, but tonight, my guy was going back. I was free to go to the rim and chase down the ball, and I just had a knack for the ball tonight.
Let's go right in the center here.
Joe Giuliano, Philadelphia Inquirer for Jalen. Could you put your finger on why you guys got off to such a slow start, and were there any nerves involved?
Mountain St. Mary's is they're a great team. We were watching them, and we knew going into the game that they have the ability to, play the way they did. And I mean, they came out just shooting the ball, sharing the ball, and just playing with great energy. And I mean, just gotta give them the credit. And we just gotta come out and play harder. But I mean, just gotta give them credit about that.
Let's go here and then behind.
Bob Ford for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Jalen, also for you. You guys, live a lot on three-point line, and when you come out slow like you did in that first half, particularly Chris, I mean, not to single him out, but he got some really good looks. What's your mindset in terms of how are we going to, make up for what we're not doing?
Oh, we got to make up on the defensive end. We got to make sure that we're defending and rebounding. And I think when Dante came in off the bench, he did a great job of sparking us with some energy, getting the defensive rebound. It felt like he was getting every rebound out there, and kind of gave us a little bit, a little bit of energy. And but when we're not making shots, so we can't really focus on that. We got to focus on defending and rebounding our possession. And I mean, they're gonna be nice like tonight where we don't make shots in the first half. So we just got to focus on defense.
And go all the way in the back row, guys. Go ahead.
Josh Verlin, City of Basketball Love for Dante. Last time this year you were hurt. What were your emotions like now coming into this game and being able to participate and play this year?
I mean, it's a big stage. My first time being in the NCAA tournament, but my mindset was it was our next game. It was our biggest game because it was our next game. And my energy went towards my teammates. I wasn't focused on anything on the outside, and I think it showed tonight.
What did you absorb last year from watching on the bench?
The leadership from Ryan and Daniel. When things got rough, they got us together and they really calmed us down. I mean, granted, I wasn't playing, but you could just see we were all together out there, all 5 guys on the court.
Let's go right down front row here, guys.
Mike Kern, Philadelphia Daily News. Jalen, it seemed like tonight you made a concerted effort to take your guy inside and get shots closer to the basket. Was that something you were trying to do?
I think, like Coach said, we had a little bit of height advantage and a little bit more athleticism, but I was just trying to make the right play at the right time, and it just when I got in the lane, I just felt like I could shoot over my defender. So, and when I got that close, I just ended up shooting it.
Last question over here. Tim, go ahead.
Thank you. Last question, I guess, Dante. It has to be asked. The 2 missed dunks. What happened there?
I don't know. The first one I just took off too far, I guess. The second one, I don't know what happened. I just didn't get a lot of lift, but I tried to get it back off the steal.
Was that one of those situations where on the second one you're thinking, I got to make up for the last one? And
I wasn't really worried about that, but I mean, it's something that goes through your head after that second missed dunk.
Tried to get you out of here, Dante, before that. But thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congrats. See you tomorrow. Open it up for questions for Coach Wright. We'll start right in the front row here.
Hey, Jay, Chris McKee, Sportsnet Canada. A follow-up to that question there about the 2 dunks. I mean, obviously, Dante had a great game. Is that one of those things you let him know about, or, after missing the dunks, you just kind of let it slide?
No, I have no problem with that at all. None. Like you said, he made 2 great defensive plays to get out there, and he just took off. He's one of our best dunkers. He took off from too far on the first one, and probably on the second one he should have gone off 1 foot, but I think he heard the crowd as he was going. They were kind of laughing, so I think he slowed up and said, all right, I'll go off 2 feet, which he didn't have to do. It's just one of those things a freshman does. I won't say a word about that. I was so proud of how he rebounded and how he defended.
And then while I got you here, I noticed first half during one of the timeouts, you got a little animated with one of the refs. Care to share a little bit of the conversation?
You know what? I do remember being very animated. I can't remember. I had a lot of things that I got animated a couple times, so I can't remember which one that was. But you get frustrated sometimes when your team's not playing the way you like them to, and the other team's actually playing better. So sometimes at that time you think it's a call. When you always go back and watch the film and you find out it wasn't the call, it was your team. But you think I would be better at that after all these years, but no.
Dana, go ahead.
Dana O'Neill at the ESPN. Jay, your team prides itself on energy and playing as a team, and that really wasn't present in the first half. What do you think was missing?
You know what, Dana? I honestly don't know. I really thought after this is our 35th game, I didn't think we were capable of that. I thought we were capable of coming out and missing some shots, coming out and making some mistakes, but the level of energy we started the game with, I just didn't think we were capable of that. I'm in a little bit of shock myself. Now, I do have to say, when you play a really quick team like Mount St. Mary's, it's coming off a game too, like they came in with great energy, great confidence, and I think that's a credit to Jamie and his staff. Like they were right from the start, and we tried to have our guys ready. That's on me too. We didn't. I honestly don't have an answer. If I came up with something, I'd be BSing you.
I appreciate that you didn't. Could it be the pressure? I mean, you don't know how they're going to handle the pressure of a repeat until they walk into it. Could that be a factor?
It could be. You guys asked me a number of times. You dealt with all season, having to repeat as Big East champions, all this. How'd that affect you? I know now that it's over. And you said, how's this going to affect us? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that was a part of it. It surprises me if it was. I know they were fired up to play. I do think some of it was Mount St. Mary's. I really do. I think those 3 guards, are smaller and quicker than any guards we play against, and it gave us a lot of trouble. It really did. We had a hard time early. I think we adjusted in the second half just to their speed and quickness. I think that was part of it.
Go here, and then we're going to go down front here.
Jay, Kevin Cooney, Calkins Media. You mentioned about you felt Mount St. Mary's outplayed you. You said you had to do a better job and everything. You seemed pretty animated at the end of the game, talking to Jenkins and Brunson on the bench there under a minute. What were you saying, and how kind of annoyed are you by what happened here tonight?
I'm not annoyed. As I said to Dana, I really am shocked. I really am. Again, not at how well Mount St. Mary's played, just that we didn't start the game with energy. I mean, we always do, you know. And I really don't have time to figure it out. We got to get on to the winner of this game, and that's the beauty of this tournament. The beauty of the tournament is you got to, if this was the season, I'd say, all right, we got to address this. Right now, I got to say we got to forget about it, and we got to just get ready for, for the winner of this game.
And on kind of a follow on that, I mean, 48 hours from now, you're going to be playing again. If you play like you did in the first half tonight, can you survive that?
No. and I think they know that, you know, but that's still not an excuse for not, coming to play. But again, it's on all of us, you know. It's on our leadership. It's on me. That's just part of it, man. We're lucky to advance. We're lucky, and I think we'll put it behind us, and I think we'll get ready. We'll get ready for the winner of this game.
Time for two more. We'll start here.
Jay, Zach Gill, Fox Sports 920 The Jersey. Just before the game, I saw you were talking to your alma mater in the locker room of picture service. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you said to your alma mater?
I just told him that all of us were really proud of him. You know, I have a bunch of Bucknell guys I play basketball with. We have a text thread that we all stay on, follow the games, and we always follow them. And we're just really proud of that team. I thought they had a great season, and I told them I thought they played great against West Virginia. West Virginia's good, man. They're good, and so is Bucknell.
Okay, wrap up. Jay, back here on the right.
Hi, Jay Skursky with the Buffalo News. Jay, Josh Hart maybe didn't have his biggest statistical game, a couple of fouls, and he sat out quite a bit of the first half, but he really seemed to settle things down for you when you did put him back in at the end of the first half, and then in the second half. Was he a settling presence for you when he got back out on the floor?
Definitely. Even at the end of the first half, we never had a lead. He had a big play. We put him in at the end of the first half with 2 fouls, which was shaky. I mean, that was a shaky decision because when you play a smaller team like that, they get when a bigger body hits them, they go flying, and it looks like a charge. So we were afraid on that drive he could pick up his 3rd foul. It worked out for us, but he in the second half was fresh, played really well defensively, played well. We posted him up some. He's obviously a huge part of what we do. Him getting 2 quick fouls made a difference in the first half too.
Coach, thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.
You want to be in front of you. Joined by Mount St. Mary's head coach Jamie Christian, as well as Elijah Long, Junior Robinson, and Miles Wilson. We'll open with a statement from Coach Christian.
Well, first of all, just congratulations to Villanova. This is a tremendous program, and one of the best programs I think we've played against. When I think we look back historically at what they've been able to do over the last 2 years, I think we'll really be able to understand what a good program they are. And they obviously have the opportunity to march on. They outplayed us today, but I'm really proud of our group, and I use that word proud because they were tremendous in their ability to execute our game plan and just really, really give this number one overall team a big scare there in the first half. So we've got a lot of things we can work on to improve, but we're expecting to learn from this experience like we've done time and time again and have an opportunity to improve on it moving forward.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take questions for our student athletes. We'll start right in the center here. Name and affiliation, please.
Frank I mean, I was, like our coach said, I was proud of the guys and myself, how we came out. But, you know, Villanova's a great team, so we couldn't let up. It wasn't obviously the end of the game, so we had to just reset and try to do the same thing we did first half, second half. And unfortunately, that's not what we did. But, you know, I'm proud of my guys for coming out first half like that.
Go ahead, John.
John Vogel with the Buffalo News. Miles, I know the result wasn't what you guys wanted, but after the game, you went over to your fan section and you guys both saluted each other. What did that mean?
The fan base, Mount St. Mary's has been really strong for us, and for them to come all the way out to Buffalo and show support is amazing. I mean, we were 1-11 at the beginning of the season, and nobody believed in us, but everybody in our family and our community just showed support, and they stayed with us the whole time, so that was big.
Yep, back to center.
Junior, you guys haven't backed down from anyone all season. Was that the attitude that you brought onto the court tonight, that you weren't going to back down or flinch, especially after you played 2 nights ago?
Yeah, I mean, we feel like we shouldn't have to back down from anyone. They have to put on a jersey and play this game the same way we do. So there's no point in backing down. Just come out and play hard and try to attack them any way we can.
Go ahead, John.
Elijah, you mentioned he asked what the mood was at halftime. When it was up 10-2, what were you guys thinking when you took it to the free?
You're talking about the beginning of the game? Honestly, like we're talking about, we thought they were going to try to come in and punch us in the face right away, but obviously that wasn't the case. We had, I think, 10, how many stops?
We had 10 stops.
10 stops in a row. So, you know, that was a great momentum swing for us. And when we were up 10-2, I honestly did not look at the clock until I think like 2 minutes or I think halftime, like a minute towards halftime. I didn't look at the clock, so I didn't know what the score was. I just knew we were playing good. But other than that, though, I was very proud, and you know, I was excited that, you know, this might be a good game. We can get this win, but unfortunately, we didn't.
For Elijah as well, do you guys feel like you almost squandered an opportunity in some ways too? Because, you know, they were really cold in the first half, and your shooting maybe wasn't as good as it has been on other nights. So do you feel like you could have had maybe even built a bigger lead at points?
Oh, definitely. I feel like first half, we're doing well. You know, we're swinging the ball. We're getting easy buckets. The big man, we're getting easy buckets. But I think second half, I don't think we're settling because we wanted to shoot a lot of threes, but I just think the ball wasn't falling for us. And if I think half of the shots went in for us three and other players on the team like Greg, Alexander, if half of the shots went in, I think it would have been a real close game. And, you know, the result might have been different. It might have not, but I know it would have been a close game for sure.
Any other questions for our student athletes from Mount St. Mary's? Okay, not seeing any. Gentlemen, congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, follow-up questions now for Coach Christian.
Jamie, what do you think tonight's performance says about your program?
I think everyone got a glimpse of how good we can be. You know, that was a really well played first half. It was at the tempo we wanted. You know, I thought we really dominated the pace of the game in that first half. It was exactly where we wanted it to be. And so I think it shows that, you know, when you have a program, no matter your seed, and you have guys committed to a plan and a high level of enthusiasm to execute that plan, that anything is possible. And so I think in one regard it shows how good we can be. On the other regard, it shows how much work we have to do to continue to get better and move our program forward.
Good, Norm.
Norm Wood from the Daily Press in Newport News, Virginia. Coach, the end of the first half, you had a moment to yourself before you jogged off to the locker room. You kind of gave a chagrined look. You looked up at the scoreboard. Can you kind of tell me what was going through your head at that point? I think I kind of know, but.
Well, I felt like we should have been winning the game. You know, I felt like we really played a good half, and, you know, I felt like we just didn't have, you know, we were just right there. And in one way, I was really so inspired by our group's defensive effort, but I feel like we really squandered opportunity there to finish that half and go into halftime of 1, which I thought would have been huge for us, just momentum-wise. We had talked about getting a stop in that timeout, and it just, you know, they got to the front of the rim and shot the ball at the block. So That was kind of my thinking. And then, quickly I'm a real positive person. So, just looked up at it and I just thought, man, I wonder how many 16 seeds have taken a 1 to being down 1 at the half. And we're in pretty elite company right here. Let me settle my troops in the locker room and make sure we come out with some fire.
All the way in the back, and then we'll come over here. Go ahead, Joan.
Jonah Bronstein, Sports Exchange. How did the schedule you played earlier in the season prepare your team for this game, and do you think that factored into how competitive you were at the start of this game?
No question. I thought the schedule prepared us for everything that was going to happen here. One of the things we're trying to do here as a program, we're trying to learn from the mistakes we've made before. And so being able to look at our team and to say you've played 6 NCAA tournament teams. We've played 3 or 4 teams that won their conference tournaments that are elite teams in this country. Definitely gives us a big benefit. And then also being able to look at them and say, what do we need to do better in those games? I mean, that was a tough stretch of games playing there, and the guys would say, we got to get back transition defense. We got to have a great focus on that. We got to rebound the ball. It's always more powerful when it comes from them than when it comes from me. And so trying to create a program where they have that ownership, I think is extremely important. And so that schedule allowed us to have extreme ownership in a lot of different areas. I thought it definitely helped us compete out there today against one of the best.
Back.
Coach, Josh Verlin, City of Basketball Love. Not many teams over the last few years have been able to frustrate Villanova like you guys did in that opening stretch. What specifically do you think you guys were doing so well at that point? And what's going through your mind when you're watching, Josh Hart, airball, floater, and things like that?
Well, one of the things watching on film, when they really get out and play in transition, they all kind of get going, and I think you saw that there in the second half. So we wanted to just honestly come out there and control the tempo. The one thing when you see on film, if you make shots against Villanova, they're going to walk the ball up the floor. They're going to take shots under 10, and that's going to give you an opportunity to set your defense and to get stops. So, I think Villanova, some people might say Villanova didn't play their best in the first half, but I think on the contrary, I think we controlled the tempo and we played very well. And there's another team on the other side of that dominated that pace and that tempo, made them have to take one shot and get out.
Jamie, are you aware that, number one, Jay Wright said you outcoached him tonight? And number two, that the team that played better tonight might not have been the winning team?
Well, that's very flattering because Jay Wright's one of those guys that I look up to, and just if you're a guy coaching, a young guy coaching, you have a lot of admiration for those who've done the job and done it well for such a long time, especially when you dress as well as Jay does. I don't know if I outcoached him tonight. I know his team outplayed our team, and I look at it as we're all a team, we're all a family. So I didn't find enough ways tonight to give our guys the advantage. He certainly did that. He made a ton of adjustments, playing small, some playing big, some. So a lot of credit to him. I'm going to take from this game a lot of things that I need to get better at, so that when we get the opportunity to come back here, that we have a little more tricks up our sleeve to make sure we move on to the next round.
Back corner there, Joan.
A 16 seed has never beaten a number 1 seed. Mount St. Mary's has been a 16 seed, I think, 4 times. Do you think that will ever happen, or what will it take for a 16 seed to come in and win this game?
Yeah, what's crazy about me is I wanted the 16 seed. I really wanted that. My team will tell you that. I think when you sign up to come to a good program, you sign up to do something that's never been done before, and you sign up to do it with the best of your ability and a ton of enthusiasm. So I was enthusiastic about it. I know where we are at Mount St. Mary's and the NEC, and there's a great possibility we'll be at 16 or 15. I think it takes an enthusiastic bunch. We have that. It takes a team that's going to make outside shots. We have that. A team that's going to have some ball handling at the 4 and 5 spot. We have that. And most importantly, it's going to take a team that really has a defensive mindset that can do that for a full 40 minutes. It's going to happen. I mean, the distance between 1 and 16, as you guys saw tonight, is closing down. They may have had bigger bodies than us. They may have made some shots over top of us. But the heart of athletes and the heart of teams is getting better and better and better, and the gap's really closing. It didn't happen here tonight. It might not happen in this tournament, but I'd like to think that we're at least starting a trend of what we did there in the first half.
Last question.
I saw you share a big embrace with Josh Hart, and I know you know him well from the recruiting trail. What was that moment like, and what did you guys say to each other?
Yeah, I love Josh. Josh and Chris Jenkins over there, I love those guys. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say last year I was rooting for them and through the tournament. I mean, I just love those guys. And, what I told Josh was I'm so proud of the man he's become. I get a chance now. I've known Josh, he's about 15 years old. I remember his first day at Sidwell Friends High School, and now I get a chance to see him do his interviews, and I see how people react to him. And I'm just so proud of the person that he's become because I know his story. And so, I'm disappointed that we lost today, but I just love those guys so much that, I'm rooting for them. They won't have a bigger fan. And Josh knows that. I mean, I told him, he knows if he ever needs anything in this life, he always has my phone number. He can always call me. Just really proud of him and the person he's become. I think that's what college athletics is about. It's about helping those grow up, become all the things they can become. Coach Wright and his staff has done a great job of that with Josh.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations. Great year.